What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Live Stocks, back with another video today, taking a look at Microsoft stock, ticker symbol MSFT. We'll take a look at how the stock's kind of been trading recently, some price action from today as it's up almost $4 or over $4 today, as well as some news that came out and the reason why I think Microsoft is a great purchase going into 2021 based on some recent price upgrades that they have gotten. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what your thoughts on Microsoft are going into 2021. If you're long, if you're short, if you like it, if you don't, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will get right into it. So as I just said, Microsoft is up nicely today, $4, 1.83%, and then up another 26 cents after hours. As we could see, you know, even the sell-off that happened at the beginning for other stocks, that was pretty steep, like Apple. What we didn't see that from Microsoft, and then it was pretty strong throughout the course of the day. The distance between the VWAP and where it was trading was pretty high, and it didn't seem like it was going to stop, which is great news for you know, those that believe in Microsoft. So let's take a look at, you know, why exactly it got this upgrade. And we'll take a look at, you know, what that means for it going forward. So Microsoft stock, the reason it was moving up today is because they got an upgrade based on what people think, or what these analysts think their cloud business could bring in 2021. So let's take a look at this here. So Citi analyst upgraded Microsoft stock to buy from neutral and upped his price target to 272 from 229. 229 is, I mean, we're pretty close to that right now, right? But 272 implies a pretty good upside moving into 2021. And Morgan Stanley analyst raised his price target to 260 from 249. So initially it was 249, which is still a long ways to go, but he raised it to 260, which is, again, great news for the stock. That's one of the reasons why it was up. Pritchard, the analyst that we just talked about, is bullish on Microsoft's cloud computing business, which includes Azure, of course, infrastructure services, and Office 365. They believe that the positioning that Microsoft currently has is, you know, great compared to Amazon's AWS and Google Cloud, which are two of its main competitors. So they're citing that they think Microsoft is going to do better than Google and Amazon when it comes to the cloud, and be able to grow that. And they think that, you know, they are essentially seeing that outperformance happening in 2021, and they think that that could really drive the price point up. Now, I'm not sure about the comparison to Google Cloud and Amazon's AWS, since I haven't used all three of those platforms. I have used Amazon's AWS, so I can't speak to Microsoft's Azure products, but I mean, if they're citing it, then, you know, I think overall cloud is going to grow, but if they think that Microsoft's going to grow more, that's great. I personally am long on Microsoft. It's one of my more favorite swings, just because I think I see a lot of upside, whether it's, you know, Microsoft Office, whether it's Windows, whether it's Xbox, whether it's, you know, Surface. I think Microsoft has a lot of things going for it, including, you know, nowadays the Azure, you know, everything in the cloud, all that good stuff. So I think Microsoft has a, you know, good potential to go up from here. That being said, you know, I always like to scale into my position. So if you aren't long on Microsoft and are looking to get long, I would recommend you do the same. Buy a little, buy a little, buy a little to build to your full position. Because what I'll show you guys is if you had, you know, gone in, all in, you know, a little bit ago, you would have been, like, if you bought in all in the 229s, right, back in early November, you know, you'd still be down even after the recent push up. So always make sure to scale into your positions and scale out of positions if you're not looking to sell everything at your current price target. So the reason I really like Microsoft stock right now, right, and I've already had shares, I'm potentially looking to add some on a pullback, is if we take a look at, you know, the previous, let's say 4 or 5 trading days, it's really staying above that AEMA, which is something that I really like seeing on the daily chart. It shows me great strength in a stock moving up. And if we take a look at, you know, the EMA numbers here, the EMAs are all stacked, which again is a great bullish sign for the stock. 8 over 21 over 34 over 55 over 89. The AEMA right now is at 217.85. That's typically the point I like to see a bounce from, and if the bounce happens, I like to buy on that pullback. but you know, to each their own, and we'll kind of see how that goes. So we're at 222.59 currently, a little bit up after hours. I think that I mean, obviously the first level to reach for is the high of today, which is 224. That would be, I think, the first point that it needs to knock out, because it wasn't really able to sustain that today. And that kind of takes us back to this candle right here of 228. So it sets us up nicely for that. But let's take a look at the hourly chart, and we'll try to see if we can, you know, get a more kind of accurate price level action going here. So if we zoom in here, one thing we'll notice is right here, right, we see a lot of resistance kind of in the mid 224s. So I think that is going to be a pretty decent test for the stock. Let's see, let me draw this line right here. Yeah, so this level, as you could see, you know, going back to this early November 11.5, hitting up against it a couple times, wasn't able to break through. 11.6, again hitting up against it, wasn't really able to break through. And then, you know, these bounces right here when it was above it for a support line. If we go to today's chart, what we will see is, let me scroll over to today's chart. Again, right, we hit up against it but couldn't really break it. So I want to see that break happen of 224. If this 224 break happens, I think that sets us up nicely. Let's go back. I know I'm doing a lot of movements, I apologize, but I do want to point some of this out. And then, you know, the next point kind of would be not necessarily, it's not as strong, I guess, of a resistance, I would say. But as you could see, twice in the hourly chart, we had a bounce, and, you know, a couple of times we were trying to make it above it, but we couldn't. That would be the high 226s. So first point that I'm watching is 224 break, then 226, kind of 90s, essentially 227, which sets us up nicely for that 228s. Or 229 price point. So that's what I'm watching on the move up. Hopefully we see that happen either, you know, now or on a early 2020 run, as I'm expecting some tech stocks to do decently well. And then from a support level perspective, we've got the 8 EMA coming in at 217.85 and 21 coming in at 215.73. I personally really think that those will hold. But again, we saw a decent red day at the beginning of today because of a sell-off related to what happened in the UK with lockdowns, and they're shutting down for a little bit. So if we see bad news, I think that could really play on some of these as well, right? Because if the market's weak, then no individual stock is probably going to be, you know, super strong, especially one with a 1.68 trillion market cap, right? So that's what I'm watching personally. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And then I also have a vertical put spread. Let me get that from my phone and I will share that with you guys as well. It is a 215-210 put spread expiring January 15th. What that means is I'm expecting the stock to be, or I'm hoping the stock to be above that level by expiration. Not to say that I have to hold it. I will likely continue holding it because I like where Microsoft is sitting at right now. But let me open this for us to see. So yeah, I essentially sold the puts, sold the 215 puts and bought the 210 puts. I got $1.50 in credit, which is $150. It's currently sitting at 114, which means I am up $36 on this trade. As you can see, I was down because I just put that trade on Friday, and if we take a look here, Friday, you know, I didn't really get the timing right. Maybe I put it on Thursday and we saw a little bit of a down move on Friday. Anyway, so I'm down about, I'm up about 24% on that right now. I'm going to hold it, and as we get closer to January 15th, hopefully some of that time decay kicks in and I can, you know, get a bigger profit here. But that's how I'm playing it. So I have shares, and then I'm kind of using where I see good support, which to me comes in for sure, not for sure at 215, right? But I've got enough support levels above it that I'm hoping it stays above 215. But just in case it doesn't, I have that 210 to back it up. So my max loss in this trade could be $500 if I hold it till expiration and Microsoft is below 210. Below 210 and 215, it's the difference, and then above 215, theoretically, I could make this whole $1.50. I typically don't like holding till expiration just because that's a lot of risk. I'll shoot for like a 50-60% gain, which in this case could be 75-80 bucks because I only have one contract here. In this account, at least, I only have one contract, and we'll see how that plays. So that's what I like to do, playing a little bit on the option side, playing a little bit on the obviously stock that I'm planning on holding for a really long time. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys in case, you know, any of you guys put on vertical put spreads or are looking to put on vertical put spreads. Let me know down in the comment section and I could potentially make some videos on it if any of you guys are interested in that as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below, again, anything about Microsoft or what you think future could look like. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.